Hi, I'm Dawn Fields, and I am a mindset coach. Now, if you are what they call a black person today, meaning you have dark skin and woolly hair, you need to watch this video because there's a psychological warfare going on right now against your mind, and you are brainwashed, and you don't even really know it. And the reason you're brainwashed is because you have not learned how to control your mind. And that's what this video and that's what this channel is all about. This channel is all about teaching my people how to control their mind, because if you learn how to control your mind, you can change your mindset and you can do, be, and have anything at all that you desire in life. And you can learn how to combat all the psychological warfare that's going against you each and every single day, all day long. You'll be able to combat it. Because, see, there's this power structure that controls this world, and it is to their best interest to have you ignorant to how to control your mind. Because if you don't control your mind, somebody else is always trying to program you and brainwash you for their benefit. And because we have not learned the art of controlling our minds, we are really susceptible people, and it shows in every conceivable area of our lives and every area of everything that we do. Now, there are individual people who have learned this, but as a whole, we are losing the battle. We're being psychologically trained and programmed to believe certain things about ourselves that's simply not true. And because we believe these things, we act in a certain way, or we behave in a certain way, or we think in a certain way. And that has to end. It's 2020. It's time to start taking control of your mind. And what I want you to learn in this video, I want you to first learn who you are, and second, I want you to learn a little bit about the mind. And we're going to build on that through this whole series. We're going to learn everything that you need to know so that you can start taking control of your life and stop letting this war against your mind rage every single day. Learn how to control it and stop it in your life. And not only in your life, but we need you to train it to your children and then the children, because the next generation cannot succumb to this psychological warfare that's going on every day. Once you learn how to control your mind, you can stop the war. You become the winner of the war. But right now, you're losing because you're being brainwashed. You don't even realize it. So let me first start out by telling you who you are as a person. See, we are all super duper 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 powerful, and we don't even know it. We're more powerful than like the X-Men, and we're more powerful than like Superman and all these other people with these super sonic characteristics. We have them, and we don't even know it. See, we are all connected to what we call the Creator. And this is absolutely nothing to do with religion, because religion is a man-made concept. The religion was started around the 1500s. That's when religion came into play. But before there was religion, people just had faith and believed in a higher power. And that is exactly what exists, a higher power. And we are connected to that higher power through what we call today a subconscious mind. But it is actually spirit. Spirit is what connects us to the Creator. But we've learned to call it the subconscious mind. So, but because we're connected to the Creator had created us so that the spirit, which is the Creator, could have a more abundant, could live through us, through our experience, through our human experiences. So each and every one of us have a part of the Creator inside of us. And it is this connection that gives us power. It's the power of the Creator that we can utilize to change our life, and we can utilize it any given part of the day. And in fact, it's being utilized every single day. You're just not controlling it. You're just allowing other people to utilize it and run it for you. And if you don't learn who you are and how to control your mind, it's going to be a lot of people out there who do know who you are and they do know how to control your mind, and so they will do it. See, people who run this world, it is in their best interest for the so-called black person to not understand who they are. Because, see, we are the originators, and everybody know that. We're the original people on this earth. But they have created this thing called white supremacy, which they have flipped everything around, upside down and backwards. So they want the world to perceive people who have dark skin and woolly hair to be inferior to other races. But how could the original be inferior to a copy. Like if you take a copy, if I made a copy of, printed something out on a printer and I made a copy of it, and I made millions of copies from that copy, each copy I make, it gets lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter to the point where now you can't even understand it or read it. But the original is still intact because the original is superior to every single copy that was made. But in order for you to fall for a lot of the lies that are being told to us, you have to believe that you are inferior. And I'm not saying that black people are superior because, I'm trying to be conceited or big us up or say something that's not true. I'm saying it because it's the truth. In every single way, we are superior to other races, and it's because we are the original people, and because we have what is needed in order for you to think properly, for you to be healthy, for you to maintain health, and that is that we have what we have copper in our bodies, which they call now melanin, but it's actually copper. And people who lack copper are people who have a deficiency. And these deficiencies, people who have deficiencies, they end up having straight hair and pale skin because they don't have enough copper in their body for them to have, what is needed to be I'm not saying real person, but to be, it's just the deficiency. It's like when you're born and you have some sort of deficiency, it's a deficiency. It's called albinism. So people who have straight hair and pale skin are called albinos. Who have straight hair and or pale skin are called albinos. There's some albinos who do not have straight hair, but they have pale skin. There are some albinos who have straight hair and they have darker skin. So if you have either one, if you have either pale skin or straight hair, you are considered albino. You are lacking something. You are lacking copper. You are lacking a sufficient supply of copper in your body. And copper is necessary for you to really continue to survive. That's how come you can get a 30-year-old person who has copper and they'll look a lot younger than a 30-year-old who doesn't have copper, because copper is necessary in your body. That's how come people who have copper in their skin, they have more rhythm, they're more athletic, they can do basically more things than people who don't have copper in their skin. But in order for white supremacy to reign supreme, they had to create what we call race. They had to name black people, they had to name white people and red people. They made all kinds of races, which is just something that's just made up just so that it can advance white supremacy. We're going to get into all of that in this channel. But right now, what I want to focus on is I want to focus on who you are and to teach you a little bit about the mind and how it works. Now, I already told you that you are connected to the Creator. The Creator made you in His image. You are connected. You have, because of this connection, you have access to this infinite power, this infinite source. All you have to do is learn how to use that power to get and do and be the things that you want to do and be and have, and eliminate all of the psychological warfare that's going on against you, because you know not to believe these things. You know that these things are lies, and you be able to think for yourself. Now, in today's society, people really can't think for themselves. They have been programmed so deep, brainwashed so much, that they believe anything that they're told. If it's on the news, it must be real. All the news is a person sitting at a teleprompter reading a script. And 95% of the stuff that they're telling you is not for your benefit. It's just created stuff to get you to think a certain way so you can behave a certain way so they can maintain supremacy over you. That's all it is. You ever notice on all the news they always have black people committing crimes? Very rarely do you see white people committing crimes. Not that white people don't commit crimes, they commit way more crimes. If you just go to the FBI statistics, you'll see the white people create way more crimes than black people, but the news is only going to show you black people commit crime, because that's the that's the image they want you to see. They understand how images work in the mind. So you have to understand this too. Now, let me explain to you how the mind works. There's 3 parts of your mind. It's a conscious mind, subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind. I need some water. Anyway, the conscious mind is part of your mind that you're aware of at all times. Like when you're first learning to do something, you're very conscious of it. Like, for example, when you first learn how to drive a car, you're conscious of getting in the car, you're conscious of putting on your seatbelt, you're conscious of putting the key in the ignition, conscious of having your hands at 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock or 3 o'clock and 9, I think it is now. You were conscious of all these things. You were conscious of putting your blinker on, conscious of pulling out. You were conscious of the road. You were conscious of every single. You probably had the radio off because you want to concentrate. Because you were conscious of these things because you were not used to doing them. It was something new to you. And when you're starting out something new, you're always conscious of what's going on. Now, once you become a pro at it, once it becomes something that's you do regularly and you accept it as something that's easy for you to do, your subconscious mind says, hey, I don't have to concentrate on this no more, so I'm going to pass this off to you, subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind takes over. And now you can get in the car and you can just drive anywhere you want to drive. And, you don't have to think of anything. You just get in the car and you drive off and you don't have to think about it. Especially like, let's say you have a job that you go to every single day. You get in a car and you drive. You don't have to think about how to get there. You're just on autopilot. And that's how the subconscious mind works. It's work on autopilot. The subconscious mind have captured every single thing that you've ever seen, taste, touched, smelled, heard. It takes every one of your 5 senses, every single thing that ever happened to you in your entire life, and it stores it in its database. It's the same as a computer. A computer is just an empty computer, and you have to put programs on it. Once you put the programs on it, it stores the program, and it stores all information that you put inside the computer. Even if you deleted something out your computer, if a person wanted to go in and find out what you did or what you deleted, they can easily do that because it's stored there. It's never going to disappear. It's there. So it just, when you delete something, it just cleans up a certain amount of space so you can use that space again. But what you put in the computer is still there. And that's how your subconscious mind is. It holds every single thing that you ever experienced in your life. And then it brings up these experiences when you need them. So when you get in the car and you need to know how to drive, it brings up the experience of how to drive, so you don't have to think about it. The subconscious mind does everything so you don't have to think about it. It's the part of your brain that controls your heartbeat. You don't have to think about your heart beating. Subconscious mind handles that. You don't have to think about breathing. Your subconscious mind handles that. You don't have to think about walking. Once you learn how to walk, your subconscious mind took over. Like, you don't walk down the street thinking right foot, put the left foot in front, put the right foot. You don't have to do all that because your subconscious mind does that. Once you learn how to control these things, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that during the course of these things. That's why, listen, subscribe right now. I meant to tell you this earlier. Subscribe, push the notification button so you can get notifications, and tell all your friends about it. Share it. If you know somebody black, just share this video with them and just tell them to sign up, because we need to start learning how to control our minds so we can eradicate poverty, so we can start running our own businesses, so we stop depending on people, so we can stop being programmed by these medias that's telling us that we're inferior, or that we can eradicate racism. We don't have to accept anything that's not beneficial to us at all once you learn how to control your mind. I know I'm rambling. I was going to wait a long time to make these videos. I was going to wait till I had like the proper this and the proper that and learn all this SEO and all this other crazy stuff. But ain't nobody got time for all that. Time is of the essence. We have to really start learning how to control our minds so we can start teaching our children and change by generations so we don't ever find ourselves in a situation where we are led to believe that we are inferior to anybody. So we can do whatever it is that we want to do. We can stop being brainwashed and learn how to control our own mind. We can brainwash ourselves, but brainwash ourselves for success in every conceivable level. My name is Dawn Fields, and I am a mindset coach, and I want to help you control your mind. Have a great day. Bye.